All right, good evening and welcome to my today live broadcast. And I'm excited today because today is a Friday and happy Jumat to all Muslim and all Muslim brother and sister in Islam. And I hope you observe your salat today. So my topic for today is just about leadership. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because leadership is very, very important in our society, in our religion, in our family, and any area of life. Leadership is very important because everything rise and fall on leadership. So any organization you see that is thriving today is because they have a good leadership. Any family that you see them at the top today is because they have good leadership. And what is leadership? Leadership is the ability to influence other people to do what they might not want to do. And it is something that's actually going to benefit them. So that is what leadership is all about. So like John Maxwell said, leadership is influence, nothing more and nothing less. So the purpose of leadership is to influence people to do what they might not want to do. And it's something that's going to be of benefit to them. That is what leadership is all about. Okay. So it's actually not about us pointing finger to our leaders in our religion, our leaders in our state or in the federal level, but we too coming back to the grassroots and taking responsibility as a leader, because all of us in one way or the others we are leaders. In your family you have your wife, you have your children, you are a leader, you are leading them. How are you leading them? In your community where you are a leader. How are you leading others? In your area where you are living, in your society, so where are you and how are you leading other people? Because if you cannot lead people very well, so do not expect them to listen to you. And it's actually very, very important that we know that everything we are doing is about leadership. If you are not leading your children very, very well, they are not going to do what you want them to do. And they may not want to go in alignment with where they're supposed to be. So meaning that leadership is everything. And leaders, good leaders especially, they are very unique people. Take for instance, Saudi Arabia. I mean, yes, all these countries that we admire, like USA, UK, and especially UAE, United Arab Emirates. Like 20, 30 years ago, it's just like a desert, and people are not going there like they are going there now. But some people came and they said, we are the visionary leaders and we want to take this country to the next level. And they fought it and they sacrificed for it. And today they have the Dubai of their own dream. So if they take these same people to Nigeria, our country, my country, and they take the leadership of this country, just give them 5 to 10 years, they will turn Nigeria to the kind of Dubai. And let's say the leader that are in Nigeria now may be good or bad. If you take them to Dubai, in 5 to 10 years, they may actually turn Dubai to how Nigeria look like. So it's not really about the country. It's about the people. It's about the leadership of that country. So these are I have some few attributes, like a characteristic for you to know. Maybe you are a good leader or you are a bad leader. So number one thing in which you can cite a good leader is integrity. So for you to become a leader in a family setting, in a religion setting, in association setting, you need to be a man of integrity. So that is why Yoruba adage said that Oruko rere ó sàn ju wúrà àti fàdákà lọ. So if they cannot mention your name somewhere and they say, this person, whatever it is that he said is actually his word, meaning that your word must be your bond. So meaning that you must be the man of your word. You must have high level of integrity. Anything you say you want to do, you do it. Anything you don't want to do it, and you don't do it, because people will not do what you tell them to do. They are going to do exactly what you are doing. That is how it is. You cannot tell people to do what you are not doing. If you don't have integrity, if you are not truthful, do not expect people to follow you by telling them to be truthful and by telling them to not lie. So if you are lying, they will actually go and do the same thing. Including the family setting, whatever it is that you don't want your children to do, whatever it is that you don't want your wife to do, you should not do it, because if you do it, they will not listen to you. They will do exactly what you are doing. Meaning that people will not do what you say, but they will actually do what you are doing. So you must be a man of integrity, a woman of integrity, for you to allow us to become a good leaders in our society. So another attribute of good leader is communication. So for you to be a good leader, you must be somebody who can effectively communicate your message to people in such a way that they are going to understand it very well. Because if you cannot communicate, you cannot lead. Why? Because something is going to be happening down the line. But if you don't know how to pass the information across to them, how are they going to know what you're actually leading them about? So leadership is actually about having the understanding of good communication. You must learn how to effectively communicate with people. It's actually one of the attributes of leaders. So another attribute of leader is actually your ability to learn. Like I used to normally say that you should never stop learning in anything you are doing. Why? Because the day we stop learning, we actually start dying, whether we would like it or not. We must keep learning and keep growing ourselves. And for you to lead other people, these are the people that are coming from different backgrounds. Let's say you are leading an organization, you need to learn, you need to keep learning, especially about leadership. There are so many books you can read about leadership. John Maxwell, he has been on leadership for more than 40 years and has wrote a lot of books. So a lot of people in personal development and personal growth, they have read a lot of books about leadership. You need to learn how to become a good leader, how to lead other people too. So everything in this life is actually learnable. Anything you want to be or you want to do, we can actually learn it. So to be a good leader, you must be a student again by being humble enough to learn about leadership. Is not something that you can actually say, okay, today I'm a leader. So it's something that you need to learn how to do. And as you are learning it, you are going to be applying what you are learning. So learning from those who are great leaders in society, who are great leaders and they have put their experience, they have put them in a page of book. You can read this, you can do a seminar, you can go to classes or attend courses about leadership. So these are the attributes of leader. They are willing to learn and they are willing to grow. So number 4 attribute of leader is that they have empathy. You have somebody in your team, you have somebody in your organization, you have somebody under your leadership, and you don't know what they are going through. When they have any issue, any challenge, you should be the first person that they will reach out to, because they know that when you hear about it, you are going to sympathize with them, you are going to care for them, you are going to ask them about their family, how they are doing, about their health. So leadership doesn't mean that you must tell people what you want them to do, but it's something that you also need to care for people, because people don't want to know how much you know, but they want to know how much you care. We must be intentional about caring for people, because one of the hallmark of leadership is to build relationship. There was a book by John Maxwell, 5 Levels of Leadership. He mentioned the level of each of us from level 1 to level 5. So this is actually a book that you can read about leadership. We have so many books on leadership that you can read. So for you to be a leader, to lead your people effectively, you must learn how to build relationship with them. You must learn how to know them better, know about their family, know about their well-being, know about their birthday, celebrate them. So these are the little things we can do to become a better leader, to lead people, because the whole essence of leadership is that what I want these people to do is something that is going to benefit them, but they might not know that it will benefit them. So when you now lead them very well and they now get to that realm of understanding, they will now be thanking you, appreciating you for leading them, for guiding them through the process. We too, whatever we are today, somebody lead us to become who we are. So you must also be willing to lead other people too, to become somebody better in society, because life is not only about you or me, it's also about other people too. And if you are not willing to lead, that means you are not willing to serve, because service is in leadership. So leadership are very selfless. They are willing to do everything within their capacity to help their people. So let's take a look at Prophet Muhammad. Is the greatest servant in the world. Take a look at Jesus Christ. They are the chief servants in this world. So meaning that for you to be a leader, you must be willing to serve people, not to use them, to gain something. I know we have good leaders and we have bad leaders. So good leaders are actually influencing people to do something good, while bad leaders are influencing people to do something bad. So we need to learn how to lead people right, because anything that we do, actually, we are going to repeat, whether here or hereafter. So my topic is just about leadership, and tomorrow I will still take it up from there and letting us to understand why we need to start stepping into leadership and taking responsibility, because leaders, God is actually dealing directly with leaders. God are actually communicating directly to leaders. So leaders are very unique people to God, and God really wants to use us. But before God can use you and I, we need to step into leadership, and we need to know that we want to do the work of God. Because those who are doing the work of God, they are leaders in one way or the other. They are leading other people, they are getting other people through the right path. So you can actually mention in the comment section too one of the attributes of leadership that I've not mentioned. There are so many of them on how to spot a leader. So when you see this attribute in somebody, you know that this person have a good attribute of leadership. And two, I'm also asking myself, these 5 things that I've mentioned now, I talk about integrity, I talk about effective communication, I talk about ability to learn, and also to need to have empathy, to build relationship and rapport with our people and our team. So I'm also going to do the assessment on myself too, how I am on this level of integrity, where I am on this level of empathy, on this level of ability to learn and effective communication. So when we are aware of where we are, we now know how we can start working on ourselves to get better and also to do better. So I'll be stopping here. Thank you for listening. Just drop a comment of any attributes you know about a good leader, so that all of us can build ourselves to become a leader that God really wants us to be.